24 years old out of Japan. Can't wait to see what Yuki can do. Opening tap, you got Pete Nance of the Bucks and Lachlan Olbrich of the Bulls. And we're off and running. Former DePaul Blue Demon. Late shot clock for Freeman Liberty. Has to just throw it up, and there it is. He scores. That's unorthodox.
Look at the Cavs. The Bucks have made some moves here in the offseason, and it'll be interesting to see how it gels and how it comes to light. They're going to be figuring in the Eastern Conference and pushing to represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals.
Tyler Smith with another two. He's got all four for the Bucks. You know, it is interesting because the guys playing on these teams have been playing together for maybe a week.
Yes.
Maybe a week. So as they develop chemistry and Livingston puts it in.
It's tough. I mean, and I think that you see that in the turnover numbers. And if there's one thing you're talking about with the Bulls, as Olberg has a summer league, and you have to value the basketball to win contests. They have not done that enough.
Noel the kick, Jackson the three. That's good. Andre Jackson.
Space for that pass, but Noel was caught, and so he actually came closer to him and stopped the natural.
Mauzinho
The Bucks.
We're just waiting for a stoppage so we can show that Pereira dunk. Young is fouled and one. 5-point lead for the Bulls after Jameer Young's three-point play. Three ball is way off the mark, but Cormac Ryan right place, right time. Trying to get younger. Livingston could be another step in that direction. Kawamura leading the break. Bounces it to Emmanuel Miller for 2 and 1. Yuki's got his first assist out in transit. Bucks trail by 1. Cormac Ryan trying to change that. Over to Amude. Just hit one from there. Does it again. Stanley Amude heating up.
The pass just was a little bit behind him, and he was off balance.
Final seconds of the first. It's Ryan for 3.
He can do that now.
See if the Bucks can get something going here. Markovic off the inbound. Over to Amude. Lefty hammer. Kawamura keeping that dribble low. Kick it to the corner. Pereira the 3. And Amude climbing the ladder for the rebound. Markovic on the move. Oh! 13-0 run from Milwaukee. Kawamura the spin. The kick. Got some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Pereira finishes it off. About the 3. Instead, it's Amude who's got the hot hand. Free throw line jumper. Won't rattle in. Williams the offensive rebound for 2. He's big.
Good job wedging in and creating that space to get the offensive rebound and finish.
Yuki gets to his spot, scores. Think about Yuki Kawamura and Hanson Yang from the Blazers.
Think about a turnover that's leading to transition right now.
Markovic is fouled and 1.
Within those minutes, it's important to make good, solid, sound basketball plays because you're auditioning not only for the Bulls, but
Olbrich defends Livingston. 3 balls, money.
And Livingston's league, and Jamari Bouye, who had played so well, had the game winner the other night. He takes that part of the equation away. Now since somebody else has to step up. Well, that's a turnover.
Yeah, it's Yuki Kawamura. Picks his pocket, goes to the hole.
Just got very loose with the ball, and Yuki does an excellent job pressuring.
Got hammered on a screen by Nance. Noel in the lane. Livingston the punch.
This could be the first of many.
Smith drops the hammer.
Pretty good. Hard to beat.
Young draws the contact and puts it in anyway. A chance at an and 1 for Jameer Young, who's got 20 points in the first. Livingston for 3 off the Noel feed. Rims out. Yeah, you're right. He got so much better from game 1 to game 3. Freeman Liberty to step through and the deuce.
Pretty good. DeMarcus Cousins, I still think, could drop 20 on somebody.
Freeman Liberty for 2. See him.
Bulls had two guys out in front.
Get it to the 6'10" Lachlan Ulbrich to run the show. Miller for three. Bullseye.
They're going to call that a 2. With somebody where they can operationally hurt us in the half court.
Nance for three.
He can hurt you there. I think a couple times we've seen him stretch. But that time, he did a good job keeping his hands off the offensive player and then timing it perfectly.
Popular for two.
I think it shapes the floor differently, by the way. Opens up and allows Kevin Porter Jr. to be the natural scorer that he is. He wants to score the basketball. There's no doubt about it. But go ahead and run down the list of teams in the Eastern Conference. And where each organization is at, good turnover for us there in the backcourt. A good finish that time by Freeman.
Markovic missed the three. By the way, Cole Anthony is a name worth mentioning there, too.
He could solidify a little bit of that backcourt.
Miller right to the cup. Makes us a 5-point game with 5 to play. I feel like I wouldn't survive that.
You probably wouldn't.
That's like the equivalent of spending time in Vegas. It takes years off your life if you're here too long. Amude for
I believe that's his 4th three-pointer. Maybe his 3rd.
Amude now 3 for 4 as Poplar bounces it in. David Muoka for 2. 2 in this round-robin section of play. Yuki Kawamura in the game now for the Bulls. Steps to the side, dashes out on a jumper.
Beautiful step over to the side. Great that speed.
Emmanuel Miller had that taken away for a moment by Markovic and then gets it back and scores.
6 teams that are 4-0.
Yeah, so they're going to be 4-0.
Because I think it was like a 9.7 if I'm not mistaken.
Markovic waits. That's pretty. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. Wade Taylor. Cormac Ryan, a great play to rip away the offensive board. And Amude makes it count.
And teams that have been able to do that and front offices that have worked that well. What a pass. Please make the shot. Oh! It's on both of them. I mentioned, you see them?
Feeling it now. Yuki. Oh! Ime Udoka is doing it again. And the Bulls have their first lead since it was 22-20. Tried to posterize Muoka. Here comes Freeman Liberty. David Muoka now. It's his turn. Tried to lay it in. He can't. This is Helter Skelter. Chris Livingston for 2. Jameer Young. Wide open 3. He's got 26 points. That's it. He's going to kick Kawamura. Oh my goodness. Pereira missed it, and then Young puts it in for 3. What is happening?
Do you like that?
Yeah, I 100% agree. They're not the ones messing up the call. This one's correcting Yuki Kawamura again. Ulbrich pushes to Young. Jameer Young gets 2 more and a chance at 3. 28 points. Now Amude. Livingston can't clean it up. Got it back again. 3rd time's the charm.
And there's nothing Yuki's going to do about that. I mean, Livingston cuts to the hole on the shot.
Ryan finds Nance. Dials up a 3. That's good. Big shot from Pete Nance. It's in the lane. Caught in the air. Ulbrich has it. That's a good pass out to Young. Drives the closeout. Puts it in. See, 30 points for Jameer.
He was, and started to close out to where he was as a 3-point shooter, and the drive was already happening.
Oh, good pass. Great feed. Amude to Nance.
There's some really good passing here in the 4th.
Cutting. Knocked away. Thought there was a foul. There wasn't. Leads to Livingston for 2.
And this is a
technical foul. Yeah, technical foul on Ulbrich. In these moments, even though these teams are out of playoff contention, you can see who wants the moment. And Jameer Young,
he just catches and shoots the ball, he's fine. But he checked his feet to make sure they were beyond the 3-point line.
Young to Freeman Liberty on the cut. What a play! Milwaukee needs a timeout. Kawamura again, blocked by Ryan. This time they keep it in bounds. Livingston defended by Miller on the run. 2 more for Chris Livingston. Oh, back Ryan with the catch and the finish. And what? Livingston for 3. That's all she wrote. So the Bulls.